In the late 18th and early 19th centuries, a style known as Romanticism developed in European art. Romantics were more interested in nature than in science. They emphasized individual experience and feeling over order and reason. Not all Romantic painters painted alike or chose the same subjects for their art, but they all believed that paintings should express emotions about man in the modern world. They valued truth and sincerity in art above classical order and conventional beauty. Some Romantic landscape artists pictured nature as wild and powerful, beyond man's ability to control. For others, the permanence of nature was an anchor for man in a world where everything else was changing rapidly. The Romantic styles remained popular, particularly among American landscape artists throughout the 19th century. Moran's A Norther in the Gulf of Mexico is a Romantic painting. This artwork is called A Norther in the Gulf of Mexico by Thomas Moran. It's Moran. Moran was an American artist who was born in 1837 and died in 1926. This painting was painted in approximately 1884. Although European artists had moved away from the Romantic style by the last part of the 19th century, it remained popular for American landscape painters. This seascape offers a romantic image of majestic and uncontrollable nature. It was created by one of the last of a group of artists known as the Hudson River School. These artists were inspired by patriotic pride in the wild beauties of their native land. The bright white of the splashing waves in the foreground pulls us immediately into this dramatic scene. Other sprays of white foam further away and in the far background on the right lead us into the distance and keep our eyes moving throughout the entire picture. Moran used a variety of techniques to create this powerful vision of storm-tossed water. Strong contrasts of light between the foaming spray and the dark mountains of waves, between the strip of sunlight in the background and the heavy clouds, create a dramatic mood. The many curving lines in water and clouds make us feel the churning rush of the sea. Diagonal lines of the wave tops strengthen the feelings of tension and movement. Nothing in the scene is solid or stable. No sign of land is visible. Our feeling of insecurity is strengthened by our point of view. The artist has placed us just above the surface of the water, in the midst of the towering waves. Tiny images of floating wreckage emphasize the power and threat of wind and water. Not even the lone seagull in the lower right seems safe. Moran created hundreds of works with oils and also with watercolors. He painted other seascapes and landscapes of many places, but he is most famous for his paintings of the American West. He was born in England but moved to the United States when he was a child. He was working as a magazine illustrator when he became fascinated with reports about Yellowstone. The images he painted on his first trip there helped convince Congress to create Yellowstone National Park, the first national park in the world. He continued throughout his long life to travel in and paint the West. Many others of his favorite sites included the Grand Canyon and Yosemite, also later became national parks or monuments.